Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today I want to talk to you about Shostakovich's Second Piano Trio, one of the all-time great chamber works of the 20th century, and also one of the most affecting, one of the most emotionally draining. It's just an extraordinary piece of music. Really, really powerful and intense. One of Shostakovich's shattering masterpieces, and he wrote quite a few, as you know. It begins with this hauntingly sad theme that serves as the motto for the entire work. It's going to come back at the very end, played very, very high in harmonics, very high notes on the cello. But it doesn't sound like a cello because it's so high up. It goes da 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 bum ba da 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 ya da 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 da. Actually, it wasn't too bad for me, you know. Anyway, that's the tune. And then it's got like a quick movement, and then it has like a dark, depressing passacaglia kind of thing with chords that the piano plays and stuff happening on top, and then. Oh boy, comes the finale. The finale is one of Shostakovich's Jewish finales. It uses Jewish folk music or something that he created that sounds like it. It's a simple little tune. Da 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 dum, bum ba ba bum, da 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 dum. It totally embodies what Shostakovich said he loved about Jewish music, which is that the Jewish music embodies suffering and tragedy in dance music. And that's what this is. It's a dance of death, a Totentanz, because it also has one of his motto themes, one that we first hear in the Eighth String Quartet, this terrifying tune. Da da dum bum bum, da da dum bum bum, ba da 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 da. And you know, they're these very simple tunes with lots of internal repetition. But the way that they're played, I mean, Shostakovich uses them to evoke just the most gut-wrenching sense of doom and tragedy. And this tune builds and builds to this enormous climax with the cello just sobbing and the piano pounding away and the violin screaming at the top of its range. And then suddenly we hear the Shostakovich motive, the DSCH note motive that symbolizes the composer. Da, 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 da. And under rippling arpeggios in the piano, the tune from the way at the start of the trio, that high tune in the cello comes back in the muted violin. And then it all sinks down into darkness. And finally, it ends in benumbed peace. Rather like the Eighth Symphony, actually. It's a very similar ending in terms of its emotional affect. It's just an incredible piece. Most piano trios play it. Most piano trios play it very well because the music has such built-in intensity. It's almost impossible to wreck it. You can underplay it. You really can. You can be just a little bit too kind and not quite hysterical enough. And, you know, there are many, many, many fine performances. However, my performance of choice for couplings and also just the intensity and beauty of the performance is this one on Harmonia Mundi with Trio Wanderer, because not only does Trio Wanderer give you the second trio, you get Shostakovich's first trio, which is a single movement early work. It's his Opus 8. It doesn't sound entirely characteristic yet, but it's perfectly well written and fun to listen to. And you get Aaron Copland's Trio Vitebsk, the Vitebsk, which is a single movement trio subtitled Etude on a Jewish Theme. So it works perfectly well together. And I think it's an absolutely splendid coupling. The performance is gorgeous. The recording is fabulous. Now, there are more hysterical performances of the second trio. There was like the Borodin Trio on Chandos, which is nuts. And then there's Argerich, Kramer, and Maisky on Deutsche Grammophon, which is also fabulous, coupled with an equally insane Tchaikovsky trio. You can collect this piece. You really can. But I think that for my money, as often as not, when I want to hear the piece, I choose this one because the emotional intensity yields to no one No one, but also with clarity and a beauty of tone throughout that's just marvelous. It's just superb chamber music playing. And so that's my pick. And I hope you have this one or one of those other ones. I mean, you've got to hear this piece one way or another. It's just mind-blowingly extraordinary. So keep on listening, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.